How's it going today, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the channel. Today's adventure on a bit of a drive. I want to go revisit somewhere. See, the Cooper just kind of pulled over, hopefully far enough out of the way. We're only going to be here for a second. Whereas here, well, we have gone for a little drive past the world famous Shaw's ice cream restaurant, because they serve more than ice cream, down through the sleepy countryside of Union, Ontario, past some of the nice golf courses. Very, very beautiful place. Even back here, the last time I was actually out this way, it's a completely different iron bridge that me and a friend of mine were magnet fishing under. The bridge was like falling apart. We made so many comments about that. I don't think we did a video, but this has all been filled in with rock, non-crawlable rock. Just, you know, thought I'd give you guys a heads up. There's no cars, and it's a very quiet little... Oh, look at this. These are all just panels bolted in. Look at this. This is a hefty, hefty bridge. It makes you wonder if they'd even need this top section and cover it, make it a nice, sleepy covered bridge. But yeah, we were magnet fishing right down here on this bank, and I actually found the remains of a rifle that I pulled out. And I did what everybody always says to do: call it in, report it in, and tell you the truth, the police didn't really seem to care too much. That's beautiful Kettle Creek, not even a mile from where it dumps into Lake Erie. So let's continue onward. I just wanted to add this little bit into the beginning of today's video. Let's kind of show a little bit more of the back countryside. There's a country backside? No, I think I had it right the first time. Here in southwestern Ontario, between St. Thomas and Port Stanley. Nice quiet little area. Busier than I thought it would be on this bridge here, but this is a brand new, spanking brand new bridge within the last couple of years. First time I ever crossed it. So let's continue on to our destination. Alright, I'm going to opt to leave my cane in the car today because my leg is actually feeling that good. You see it sitting in there? I leave my cane sitting in there. And I guess we'll just pick a side and start checking it out. The last time I was here, there was like 3,000 mile an hour wind coming across the field. And it was cold. It was probably minus 15, minus 20. So at least today won't have to deal with that. I'll get a nice close-up of the statue for you. The lighting. I never get the lighting just right, eh? It's okay, I don't control the lighting out here. 1906. There's a few more names and dates. This is for Mason, if you didn't see. It's a blank on this side. And blank on this side, but we do have some plot marker in the ground. So I'm assuming this is the Mason family plot right here. I like this cemetery. It's tucked away. It's not overly huge, and it's quiet. It's in such a quiet area. This one's 1869, Isabella. I had a really hard time making out some of the names on these though, because they are aged. They are well aged. Here's Neely. And the date, really, really hard to see where the date even would be. Charlie Neely. There's one headstone I was told we should be keeping an eye out here, because of something that was inscribed on it and then a word removed. But we'll keep looking around, and if we see it, we see it. Ho, H-O-U-G-H, no discernible date. It does have some writing up the side of it here. 1886. And for a while, you know, wandering around doing these cemetery and graveyard tours, I was often saying, what's the oldest date on a headstone we'd find? This one here is 1878, Charlotte. And I think the oldest headstone we've found so far was 1800, right on the button. I can't even remember where that was, but it was a while back. I can't really see the date on that. I think it's 1875 or 76. Alrighty. And then we've got some more individual markers. Little one says Ellen. There you go, Ellen, Ewan McCameron, wife of Ewan McCameron. I know, Cameron, not Mick. Sorry, my bad. 1881. Yeah, we'll keep going across. We'll just keep zigzagging back and forth and try not to miss anything. Not really a discernible name or date. A traditional cross crucifix style. Whitcomb, Mary Whitcomb, 1833. Died 1906. And Meek. This is not the only cemetery where I've seen the family name Meek before either. So I do believe they were well spread out through the area. There's another Meek. This one here, like the art, the wording, everything like that is gone, but it is still in itself artwork as it ages. Alright, we'll look at this one and we'll head back across. This one's McDonald. Let's see, we got a date right here. 1888. And this was Jeanette, beloved wife of Donald McDonald. And here's a memory of Donald McDonald, who died also 1889. So fairly close together there. Okay, we'll go back across this way. Did we already look? This is James Meek? Yes, no, we did not see this one. It's nearly identical. Alright, we'll look at these ones here. And this big Fulton, like huge Fulton one, that's pretty much an obelisk right there. And then we'll go this way. Elizabeth Meek, 1856. And this one here, now check this out. It's at the point where you, almost can't read it. And I think that's 1938. It could be. Imagine that, 1838. That means that has been here that long. But I mean, even 1938 is almost getting towards 100 years from now. Or 100 years ago. Fulton, September 22nd, 1884. And this lower on the Fulton one here is 1859. Memory of... I'm almost certain that says Donald, but it almost looks like a B. 1889. Okay, we'll go back across this way. Actually, we'll see this one first, because she's just sitting here. Margaret, wife of Adam Fulton, 1870. And you notice on some of these, right across, the very bottom. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto... You can almost just read it, but I think the very bottom layer, unto me, right? Blessed and the... Well, you get the idea. There's some of these ones will have a quote from the Bible or from Scripture, and it's written on such a very artistic form. Not written, etched on. I love seeing that. Like, I'm not Christian. I don't know passages from the Bible myself. but I can appreciate. All right, back over to this side. Again, so aged, you really can't make out names or dates on some. 1865. Catherine, wife of Richard Martin, 1860. Can't quite read out the bottom of this one here. Maybe you guys can make it out once it's on playback. I know the shading, lighting makes everything show up a little different. Sometimes it's easier for you guys to see the dates. There's another Martin there. Wow, if only you could actually read the dates on some of these. I think that's 1876. Kind of unique shape as well. I can actually see the last name. The family name on this is Meek. 1876 as well, I do believe. Evelyn. Herbert, son of George. Might say George and Mary. 18 something. 18. That's really hard to say. Same with this one right here next to it. 1866. I can see the date on that one. Alrighty, we make our way back to that section and continue onward. I'll start with this one right here. It's a familiar family name that even I know. Forbes. I know a lot of Forbeses. This one's for James Forbes, October 9th, 1852. And this here, I have to check the last video. I don't think this pillar was down in my last video here, but you could see the pillar would be on top and then the vase on top of it. I gotta get that giant son of mine to get eating his Wheaties and he can come out and put it all back together. No, that would take a feat of engineering without causing damage to anything else in here. So we've got another Fulton here, Ruth, 1861. And this has individual plaques on each side. James Ferguson, 1860 something. This side has come off completely. 1850 something. 1852 from Mary Ferguson. And then Dan Ferguson, 1870. Alright, I got a flashing light on the camera battery. So I'm going to run back, grab another battery or two, and we shall continue. Look at that. That's out of the tree by the neighbor's house over here. I was just spending some time talking to him. Awesome guy. Lots of great information to share. If you know what this is though, let me know. Alright, continuing along. We'll cover these ones right here. And I do believe that's going to be the oldest section over there. So here we've got Earnshaw, 1966 and 1954. And if you notice actually right here, oh geez, I just didn't even see this one here. Diane Rosalie Edison, 1938. So yeah, if you notice right here for Barry, they've actually got this whole section right here. We'll come to that in a minute. So in memory of Thomas, and I'm not too sure what that date says. I think it's 1878. Alright, let's go have a look at some of these in Barry here. It's got between these two right here. If we move some of the debris, and you really can't see it because like if you came out and trimmed it back, you'd see the name Barry. Captain Mark Barry, 1930, and 1933, little Masonic logo there. Nothing spooky, just a logo, folks. It's another berry. I can't quite. Harry? Possibly? Harriet. And then we've got a couple of round pieces over here. Or a round piece. And then right here. I think that's 1845. I could be wrong. Alright, yeah, we're closer over here, so we'll check these ones first. And there's a little marker here. Looks like there was writing on it, too. We'll catch these ones right now, yeah, because I don't want to forget about them. We'll try and leave a lot of this video unedited, so you guys get the actual sense of wandering around the cemetery graveyard with me. Can't really rake out what that says. There's some more of the Berry family. It's in 1861. That could be in 1909 or in 1869, I think. Alright, time for these back in the corner here. This is also another little plot. If you notice, it could have had actual chains or some kind of cross piece connecting these four posts. This is for Mason. Herbert Mason. And I do believe it's 19... Oh, that's hard to tell. You guys can be the best judge of that. There's a lot of moss on that. I'm not about to pick it off in case part of the chunk of headstone come with it. Now this one's completely unreadable, so I think it might have been a name on top, like right here. Mary, perhaps? Alright. So we've got these ones here. There's one actually way back in the corner here. On the back side of this tree. For, is that McIntyre, I do believe. 1888, 1869, 1905. Oh, isn't that interesting? You see, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but all of this side has a red hue to it. I'm gonna guess because there's a cornfield right here. And that red, they call it red dog, comes off the corn. It's like a corn dust. There's another McIntyre. Alright, so we'll make our way over this way. Something I didn't notice before. There's a little trail going off into the bush. It's kind of nice. Be a very, very peaceful area to live. Mun. So this one here, right on the hillside. I'll be very careful. It doesn't look like a steep hill, but for me and my leg. It's 1889. This one is another of the Meek family. That's on quite a bit of a lean. So that's how much the things have shifted since this was originally done. Let's go over here. On its side completely. Yeah, I think the battery that's in the camera right now is not doing too good. Because it's flashing already and I just changed it. George, I think that says Wood. I might not be reading it right at all. 1853. And there's a bunch of individual markers right here on the base of this tree. They had names on top, but probably not very legible. Now we'll get over to this area, but we're going to go up to the beginning of it and work our way back in. Alrighty. So, starting from closest to the road, Cartwright and Pengelly. All after 1900. Several dates on there. And this is not going to be in any particular order in this side. It's just going to be going through. Wow, these ones obviously fell a long time ago. John Leitch, Leitch. No discernible dates. So we'll keep going across here. Like, you can just see how aged a lot of these are. So John Dingwall, 1868. Harriet Dingwall, 1875. Natives of Scotland. Far from home. And back over here, if we go way over. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. My leg's not too sore, folks. It's actually not really sore at all. More my back. So we got a marker here, and we've got one in the ground right here. Thomas Birch, born in Somerset. 1930 something is his departure date. Samuel Sutton, I think that's 1895. 1895. There was supposed to be a controversial grave here. I don't recall seeing it last time. And we'll have to figure out where that grave is so we can try and show that little piece of history. I don't want to really say too much about it in case I'm mishearing the rumor, but yeah, there is a very controversial grave somewhere in Alden County, and I have to set out to find it just to show you guys, you know, a piece of history. I think it's 18 something on this one. Can't really read it. 1856, Stevens. I wish my eyes could do the same shading effect that the camera reads it as, because it'd be a lot easier to kind of, if you could change the lighting just a little bit in certain angles, you'd be able to read it a little better. These folks, I do believe, were from England. I can't read out the exact words, but it says something of something England. And the date, really, you can't, that's hard to see. Can you guys tell? Huh. Alrighty, so back over this way. Wow, look at this. Imagine if you found something like this in the middle of the woods. You're just hiking, and all of a sudden you find a tome on top of a stump, and you can't read it. I think that would be the date there. Really hard to make out. Hugh, I think it could be George. Pardon me if I'm wrong. 18 something. It almost looks like 1805. Okay, let's take a close look here, guys and gals. Right there, center screen. What is that? It's 18 something, is it not? Please, if you can tell what that says, leave a comment down below. Because if that's 1805, that's the second oldest grave we have found. Okay, we've seen these. Alright, let's check these ones out next. I think that's a Ferguson. Just all these ones over here are so weathered that it's really hard to be able to read the date properly, and that's kind of one of the reasons I come out to look, is to see some of the dates, the age, and you know, see the family names. Remember that these people were here before us a long time ago. It's kind of like paying homage or respect to those who come before us, whether we knew them or not. I think that's 1840 on that one. Ooh, this might be it right here. Oh, is it? It almost makes me think this was it. But there was a grave that said killed by a, and I'm not gonna say it, okay, but you get the idea. And I remember the word itself is scratched off or etched off, and it kind of has that resemblance. And this is it. It doesn't matter because you can't really read it anymore. Oh, I know somebody knows exactly what I'm talking about, and they'll probably give me a little heads up. So here we go. We've got another Mason from Manchester, England, and I think this is 1908. Underneath a tree here, so really not legible, but still looks very, very beautiful. Another Mason back there, but I see spider webs between me and that, so I'm not going. Then this pile here, pieces and remains and markers, I'm gonna have to guess. And there's one tucked way back in here for Turville, 1809. What? No, that has to be a birth date. That must be. And because there's another one, 1850 underneath there. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Oh, wow. Ooh. Okay, I just scratched my knee the wrong way. Like, look at this, pines. Pines as far as the eyes can see. Old Man Peabody. No, seriously, that's gorgeous. I love pine area. The smell, the look, the temperature, that feeling. Okay, we're out of the trees. Onward we go. The last few here. Got Harriet, 1846, I think, at the bottom there. Resting spots here. Once again, these last few very ineligible, not readable. Wait a second. There's some forgotten graves over here in this bush. Well, only way they're gonna get seen is if we go in there and see them. Yeah. 1872, in memory of Andrew, hopefully not random. I cannot make out the last name, but 1872. And another little marker underneath it for John Samuel. And then there's this one big one right here. Maggie James. I can't make out the last name for some reason, but 1881, 1876, and 1872. Children of W.H. Amanda Go. Okay, I have to get through this. Hang on. Just to get over to this side and see it properly. Yeah, W.H. Go. And that's probably mother and father markers. Alright, okay, well I think that, aside from a tiny little bit of a corner marker down there, ooh, falling down a hill, guys. And there's a corner marker that I just stepped on, so I'm getting the heck out of there. Makes you wonder why this, maybe just too hard for them to get over and mow that far into it. I think we've covered these two up here already. So there you go from, oh, is it Braynes or Braynes? I can't remember the exact name of the cemetery. Again, I think I did this last time I filmed here, so I'll be sure to post up a name. And this isn't a cemetery that had the grave I thought it did. But it's got some mighty nice ones, mighty historical. Been here a long time. And I must say, while I've been sitting here filming this video, standing here in fact, not many cars going by. And when they do, they're not just racing on past. But I'll tell you what has been. There's apples and apples all around here. And this is the farm that runs the show. And they've been bringing in loads and loads of amazing looking apples. I'm actually craving apples after seeing it. Go figure. So, from this peaceful little cemetery in the back countryside of southwestern Ontario, this is Random Andrew saying thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Try and put a little more effort into the videos from now on. Not that I wasn't before, but I mean, I'm going to try and get back to it. Bring you guys some good entertainment. And you guys, the St. Thomas group, the St. Thomas area videos, history. A lot of you just want to tune in and see what is being shared through there. So that may be, right now, the current focus. Yeah, I got RC videos. I've got other kinds of videos, but I think the St. Thomas and local area videos are doing pretty good right now. And you guys enjoy them. So, thanks. I appreciate the viewership, the watching, and we'll see you guys again soon. Part 2 of the St. Thomas Cemetery coming up, but we're doing it right. See you guys soon. Bye.